Monster Energy NASCAR League, and we're here today at Texas for the AAA Texas 500. What you're seeing right now is currently practice of this race. I am joined here today by Predator, another fellow Xfinity Series driver. Say hi to everyone, Predator.
Hi everybody, how's it going?
So today's race is at Texas. This is the, I believe this is the second race of the round of 8. Possibility someone will be winning a race to go advance to Miami if you're a playoff driver. So Predator, who do you think can make it into the Homestead race today?
Well, you know, we have Texas Tech. Obviously, he won the Truck Series race earlier this week. It was his first time winning this week, or winning at his home track, excuse me. It took him 7 years in different league, different organizations, so he finally got his first win. You know, we had the 18 truck, which was me at the time, who won stage 1, won stage 2. Pit road came into play, that final stage. Texas ended up winning, and we moved into the Xfinity race, and S'mores, who was subbing for Logan, driving for the 19 of Joe Gibbs Racing, he ended up winning stage 1 and 2, and it came down to that last pit stop, but, you know, it was a late caution that threw everything off, and Money, who is an Xfinity regular, advancing himself into Homestead. To be honest, you know, Slade and Smoke have really slowed down. They were doing really good this year, early in the season, and for some reason they got into the playoffs and they haven't really performed well. Another one, Remix and Beach, they're below that cut line. They're 40-50 points out. So they really need to step up and try to get a win. Obviously, the 41 won last week. However, it was a substitute driver, so that 41 car did not make it to Homestead. What I'm going to be looking for is that Hendrick Motorsports guys. You know, obviously JC has been fast all year round, along with the 95 of Sports Kid. Sports Kid won at Kansas, locked himself into the round of 6. So I'm going to be looking at the Chevy guys tonight.
Well, I do kind of have the looks for the 41 since he was able to pull off that upset victory in Martinsville last week. I think he could potentially pull off another upset today and win here at Texas. But yeah, you're right about that. You can't count out the Hendrick cars because the Hendrick cars have some fast cars here at Texas. So hopefully they can win today here and get another one of their drivers into the Final Four at Homestead. But currently in the playoff standings, it seems that both JC and Sports Kid are in the good to make it to Homestead based on points, with current leader being Slade in the 43, and the two drivers that are below the cutoff line is Remix and BJ, both 4 drivers, and Smoke Zimog is way ahead the cutoff line by at least 30 points. So we'll see if those two drivers, Remix or BJ, can somehow pull off a win and advance themselves into Homestead, or will they have to struggle to get in by points? You got any comments about the current situation when it comes to the cutoff line?
Predator? As of right now, they're in a must-win situation. It doesn't matter if they win stages. Or perform really good, they're in a must-win situation, and if they want to get those 2 cars to Homestead, one of them has to win Texas and one has to win Phoenix. They can't both get into Homestead by points at this stage.
And we got
with them both missing.
Sorry, seen a crash on practice. It seemed that 10 got loose, but carry on. I did not mean to cut you off. There was a crash, and I just reacted.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, we with Beej, the driver number 4, and Remix, driver number 10, below the cutoff line that missed Martinsville. So they're 40-50 points out. So with every driver in the playoffs of the round of 6 into Homestead, you know, everybody's showing up. The only way to win, or the only way to get into Homestead for that 10 and 4 car is to win either Phoenix and Texas Stunt.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge for these guys as I'm currently watching one of the drivers that are below the cutoff line, which is the 10 car. See what kind of groove he's got here. Mike Man in the 19 went all the way in the apron, hits the wall. Yikes!
Yeah, that's that. A lot of people. The past 2 nights I've seen a lot of people that hit that apron. I was fortunate enough to kind of have my car and truck away from that white line. I know either you're going to get sucked around or you're going to get pushed up towards the wall there.
Seems that Remix had the same problem entering turn 3. That apron is sure going to be a problem today. I mean, honestly, it was a problem last night during the Xfinity Series race. A lot of people hit that apron, and it either got them extremely loose and caused them to hit the wall, or it got them completely sideways. I'm honest here, it got me sideways at one point, but I was able to gather it back together. But, trying to find where is BJ even racing today. I'm trying to see if I can find him on the racetrack during practice, and it doesn't seem like I can see him anywhere. But you got a nice little battle here, practice battle between the 41 and that's supposed to be the 43 of Slade, but it seems that Slade is in the wrong car. So, I mean, still pretty decent battle in practice. I think we should try to get some drivers in here to do some interviews pre-race and see how they feel coming into this race. But who shall we bet? Who do you think we should
get into the booth here? I want to try to get a Remix in since he's sitting below the cutoff line. See if he's available.
We'll see if the 10 car is available for interviews. Notice that the 10 car, like, he uses the bottom and he comes right up the racetrack. Ooh! Yeah, that wall there in turn 2 is not forgiving either. Just like the aprons. It looks like Remix is gonna head down the pit road. I'm gonna go ahead and go to ah crap, I accidentally disconnected. I guess I'll get prepared to interview these drivers that we're gonna be trying to interview. Hopefully we can get them in here so we can have a few words, see how they feel about their current position out there on the racetrack, and hopefully see what they have some opinions toward their position according to the playoff grid, the playoff standings. Now, the track Texas itself, it's one of my favorites, one of my top favorite tracks, because I just like how the track is in general, where you can come off that corner in turn 24 real quickly. But now with the new repaved turns 1 and 2, it's a little harder to get into the corner really well, and it's a bit of a challenge to come out as well. But then coming back into turn 3 and 4, it's just a smooth ride around those turns.
Yeah, I mean, Texas is
as
really a fun track. I
Predator's
love
trying
it.
to see if he can get anyone who wants to be interviewed into our party. Again,
Yeah.
have a
Remix
few
is
words
actually
with these drivers. This is the
sorry about that.
second round of the second race of the round of 6. Only 4 drivers will remain after Phoenix for the Homestead, the championship race.
All right, I'm gonna dial up
And we
Remix
have
here and try to get
Remix,
him.
the driver of the number 10 Smithfield car. How do you feel today, considering that you're way below the cutoff line coming into this race today at Texas?
Uh, me well. I'm having my mic. Uh, I feel good here, and I know that certain guys will not sub, and not just are going to show up. So I know I can get points. I'm not really worried. I'm pretty good at.
Remix, can't really hear you.
I figured I'm having issues with my mic. Let me try to join it.
Remix. He might be having some technical difficulties with his mic piece. Hopefully he can try to get back in. Hopefully, I hope Predator sent him another invite.
Yes, I did. I was hearing him somewhat staticky, so we'll try to get him dialed in again.
All right, can you guys hear me well?
Remix, you there?
Yeah. You guys can't hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine. I don't know about Nascar.
Remix, do you copy?
Who has the stream up?
NASCAR man has the stream.
Then they probably can't hear me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to do this.
Remix?
NASCAR. I mean, NASCAR, can you hear me?
I don't think that's gonna hear me.
I don't think he can hear me either.
Sorry for the long wait there, folks. I think Remix is having technical difficulties with his microphone.
I'm about.
Hopefully, he can fix that quickly.
I think he's having issues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna text him real quick.
Let me.
I think the booth, but now the broadcast booth.
That is strange.
Can you hear us? Yes, no, maybe so.
There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Something must have been wrong with my earpiece. So, Remix, driver of the number 10, how do you feel coming into this race today at Texas?
I don't know. I feel pretty confident. I like this track. Texas is always fun to race, and I know. Did he get a copy?
You're breaking in and out. Remix. I don't know.
All right, he probably.
Predator, I think there's something wrong with my earpiece.
Can you hear me fine? Or no?
What the world is going on?
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Taking over for me while I try to figure this out. change controller. Let's see if that's the problem. Predator.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I think I should stop this broadcast because something's wrong here. I don't know what's going on. Wasn't that long ago that I was able to hear everyone just fine. What the world is going on?
Did you try turning it off and turn it back on? I heard myself there. I don't know. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. Having some issues with the microphones.